The importance of being a good parent is vital to raising a productive and successful citizen in today's world. With no guidance and stability at home, a child's chances of receiving greatness is slim to none. Although every parent is different, there are a lot of similarities in the way that we parent. Parenting styles refers to the combination of strategies we use to raise our children. I'm going to speak of the four most common styles of parenting used today. The first style of parenting is the authoritarian, which is the disciplinarian. The authoritarian uses a strict discipline with little negotiation possible. This means what I say goes, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Punishment is involved, and rules usually don't be explained. Parents that use this style usually are less nurturing, with high expectations and limited flexibility. This works in some households and not so good in others. I think it makes communication between the child and the parent hard. There may be things a child needs to talk about, but because of the strict parenting from a parent, the child needs to feel free and not feel frightened, and the parent not open for suggestions. It can even have a child feeling they aren't good enough. We all want to make the best decisions for our children, but at the same time, we want to leave the line of communication open and not have them afraid to talk to us. The second style of parenting is the permissive parent. This type of parent usually lets the children do what they want and offer limited direction. A lot of parents want to be a friend of our children, which is fine, but you still have to set rules and guidelines as well. Majority of what we do in life has boundaries, and our children should be no different. According to Bright Horizons, this type of parent tends to let the children decide for themselves instead of giving direction and putting limitation on the things that they can and cannot do. If we allow our children to do everything they want to do, right or wrong, with no repercussions, they would think this applies to anywhere they go. Permissive parents tend to be more warm and nurturing because they want to have that closeness with their children. One can still have that closeness and set rules and boundaries as well. Explain to them the whys and why nots because of the reason that you love them and you want what's best. The third style of parenting is the uninvolved parent, which gives their children a lot of freedom and stay out of their way. This is usually when the child ends up in trouble, drops out of school, and in some cases end up dead because the parent wasn't involved in their life. A child needs direction and guidance starting at a young age so that as they get older, they know the do's and don'ts and what it takes to be a successful citizen. As a parent, it's our job to teach and guide our children so that they make the right decisions and choices in life. The same way we want to be taught or had to be taught, the same applies to our kids. With the uninvolved parenting style, the parent has few or if any expectations of their child. Even though some of us as parents may have grown up in a household where the parents weren't involved and we may have ended up in trouble or made bad decisions, we shouldn't want this for our children. We should want much better for them. The last style is the authoritative parenting. Authoritative parents are nurturing and set high, clear expectations for their children. These children tend to be self-disciplined and think for themselves. This style of parenting is thought to be the most successful and beneficial to our children because when rules are set, they are clear and the reasons behind them are explained. Communication is often and appropriate to the level of understanding for a child. This type of parent may set the goals for their child, but the child has input as well. Children are more open to have talks with their parents no matter what the problem may be because they know the parent is going to listen and open to any suggestions that they may have. According to psychologist Diana Berman, authoritative parenting styles tend to result in children who are happy, capable, and successful. The parents are more likely to be reviewed as reasonable, fair, and their children are more to comply with the request of the parent. In conclusion, one may ask, what type of parenting skills do I possess? Do we want not to be involved in our children's life and let them make decisions of their own and let them figure things out as they go? Or do we want to be that authoritative parent who sets goals and rules that are clear with reasons behind them and leaves the line of communication open? The choice is yours.